Hey, what is up everyone? This is Flash from Flash Hobbies, and I finally got my beadlocks in. So I ordered these off of eBay back in March. The whole COVID thing happened, and I guess shipping just got delayed, and there's been a lot of issues, and well, here we are at the end of August, literally the last day of August, and I just got my wheels in. It's so crazy. I paid like 60 bucks for these on eBay shipped, and like I said, it took so long to get shipping information and for them to actually get here, so I'm glad they finally are. I bought them for one of my RC trophy truck projects, but since the wheels took so long, I just reused some other wheels that I had. If you guys saw my video for the blue Jeep Gladiator, these were the wheels that I was going to use for it in conjunction with these. I had an extra set of these RC four-wheel drive Dune TA tires. These are 2.2 all the way on both sides. So yeah, I've had these sitting around for a while, and I wanted to get some nice wheels for it. And I really like these because they reminded me of the SSD wheels, and they look like the actual beadlock style, so I really like that. And I also liked how I had the scale hardware with it as well. Let's go ahead and open it up. So I guess during shipping, some of the hardware has shifted and moved, and I actually do not have anything that's small enough to do this. I might have to use pliers to get that one screw back in, but like I said, I like how I had the scale hardware. As far as I was concerned, I thought these were just for looks. I didn't think they were actually functional, so that's going to be an issue for me. This is a traditional three-piece beadlock, so you have your front face, then you have the center, and then you have the rear part. And also, one thing that these came with that I wasn't aware of is center caps. So that was a surprise for me when I saw this inside of the package. So installation for this is fairly simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this ring in the middle of your wheel, and that's going to be the center part of your beadlock. Then what you want to do is you want to flip the inside so that you have this lip right here, and you'll see that it fits snugly in there. And then you want to do that for both sides. Now at this point, this is where it gets a little interesting. So if you have regular foams, you might have to adjust because they're too soft. I have a dual stage foam in these, so they're kind of hard, so I don't have to worry about that. I just have to make sure that it's just the rubber that gets caught in the beadlock. Otherwise, you might get that foam that gets stuck in there, and it might pull the foam, and it might not be even all the way around, so you might have to redo it if that happens. And unfortunately, I do not have a scale hardware set for these. These are actually functional. I tested it. So I have these little pliers that actually grab on, and I have to tighten each one of these by hand. If you have a scale hardware set for this, then great, then that'll be a lot of benefit, because you'll need them for the center hubs too, just to make sure that they're tight. Once you have that done, the next thing you want to do is just put your front face in, and as you can see, it seats very well inside of the tire, so we're not going to have any issues with the bead getting actually grabbed onto it. And then the final step that we're going to do is put the back part on there. And what you're going to do is you want to line up your beadlock hole with the back part here, and then start putting in your screws. So what I do is I like to start with cross pattern, so I start with this side and then I'll do the opposite. So what I like to do is I like to get the first one started, so I put that screw in there, and then I'll put the wheel face down and just push as hard as you can until you can feel the thread grab. Once I feel that the screw is catching on, then I'll go on to the opposite side and do the same thing. For me, this has worked out the best as far as doing beadlocks, because I get an even bead. It's not too tight on one side versus the other, and it really helps the screws grab better. And I don't tighten it all the way down, so I only screw it a couple threads when I feel that it's already grabbed on, like it is right now. That wheel's not coming off. And then I'll repeat the same thing. So I'll do it on this side, and then the opposite, this side, then the opposite, and then I'll go back around and tighten everything totally. I have all the wheels mounted, but as I was mounting it, I saw a couple issues, and I'm a little upset as far as the quality control from Djx. So let's start with the first wheel. First wheel has one screw that was dented. Sorry, if it doesn't show up, but it's definitely not straight. If you can see that one came off of here, and then this screw is not all the way tightened. As you can see, it's very loose. This one is okay, this one's okay, and then this one I'm missing a bolt entirely, and also missing two of those small screws here. So very, very upset. You pay good money for these, but that's why That's why it's a risk when you use these Chinese companies versus, you know, if you buy parts from Vanquish, you know you're going to get the parts and you're going to get the customer service. So I've already reached out to them. I haven't heard anything back. And I guess we'll see. I'll make an update video if they do something. But like I said, as for installation, very easy. Took me about 10 minutes to do all of them. Not very long, and just to make sure everything is nice and straight. Everything is leveled as far as I can tell. I didn't have any issues with the beads seating, so everything is nice and flush and tight. So these are going to be used on, I don't know, my next RC trophy truck project, since I don't really need them at the moment. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and hit notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.